Hello, I'm Russell Davis, and I'm back from my week-long vacation, during which I fought off a horde of deadly puppies, and then shrugged it off and played Portal 2, like a man. Seriously, awesome game. Buy it, play it, have fun with it, play the co-op, awesome. But anyway, back to the topic. Our top story tonight involves a man who worked for a company for over 30 years, came back from a week-long vacation, and found out that he'd been off the company's payroll for all of those 30 years. He hadn't earned a dime. How tragic. But anyway, we talked to that man. Here's footage of that now. Oh, yeah, go ahead, sit down. Hey Bob, how you doing? This is truly a fascinating story. Yeah, I know. It came as a shock to me too. Oh, I can only imagine. You know, for viewers who don't know, why don't you go ahead and explain what happened? Well, I just got back from my week-long vacation, and you know, it's a normal day. I walk into the office like every other day, and I sit down at my desk, and you know, bam, the boss comes in, and I ask, well, you know, what do you want? And he says, well, I just wanted to know what you were doing. And I answered back, I said, you know, I tells him, I'm working. What does it look like I'm doing? And he says, he says, Bob, why are you working? And I tells him with a strong and affirmative voice, I says, because, you know, I work here. And he says, you know, he sort of just hits me with it. He's just like, oh, Bob, you haven't worked here for 30 years and we fired you. And, you know, I sort of just sat there. I was like, whoa, this is a joke, right? And you know, he tells me, no, it's not a joke, Bob. It really isn't. And I says, well, all right. This must have come as a huge shock to you. Yeah, I mean, it did. It did. Well, I truly do feel sorry for you, Bob. And I am sorry that you lost your job, but I have to ask, did you ever get, like, any other feelings or vibes or words or, you know, maybe looks from your other coworkers that, you know, may have signaled to you that you didn't work there anymore? Well, I mean, now that you mention it, I mean, the office secretary, Carolyn, did always tell me to, you know, get the heck out of the building every morning, but I just thought she was joking. So, you know, I just walk in, and, you know, but I guess I did get some strange looks from coworkers. I mean, you know, they looked at me like I was a ghost, or, you know, a vile creature that, you know, crawled out of the Black Lagoon or something. But I always just thought, you know, they looked at me that way because I only bathe twice a week. And between you and me, sometimes I only do it once, if I'm feeling really lazy. Well, Bob, that is truly and utterly disgusting. Now, I have to ask, and I really regret shaking your hand now. No, but anyway, back to the topic. Now, I really do have to ask, how did you get around? I mean, you know, I'm sorry. That's really gross, though. I cannot focus. Ooh, I need to go shower now, but I can't, because there's no shower anywhere near us. But anyway, back to the topic. You say that every morning you walked in and your secretary would tell you, get out, and the moment you walked through the doors anyway, you got strange glances from all of your coworkers. As if that wasn't enough to inform you that you shouldn't be working at the company anymore, what did you do about the guy who you found sitting at your desk every morning doing your job when you walked in? I always just thought that, you know, maybe the company was just forcing us to share an office. You know, maybe budget cutbacks or something. I never caught on to the fact that, you know, he was supposed to be the guy replacing me. I mean, he never... Really? Because we talked to him earlier today, and he said that every morning when you walked in, he practically screamed at you that he was not your office mate, and that he was the guy, and I'm quoting here, he was the man they hired to take your job from you when they fired you. I'd always assumed he was joking. Wow, you're an idiot. But a completely helpless moron. Oh, I get it. You're just joking with me. Nice one. No, Bob, not everything is a joke. Okay, you can stop joking now. I'm on to it. I know you're joking. Wow, wow, cameraman, do you see this? I just told him I'm not joking, and he still thinks it's a joke. I mean, how does this man put his pants on in the morning? How does he get dressed? Does his mother help him? I mean, I don't know. Seriously. Seriously, you can stop now. I mean, you know, the joke was funny, but now, I mean, I'm on to it now, and, you know, it's it's losing its charm, buddy. Oh my god! You're a f***ing idiot! A f***ing idiot! No wonder you got fired. I mean, I'm wondering how you even got this job in the first place. Well, actually, when I went in for my interview 30 years ago, they told me they'd call me back if I got the job. They called a few days later, telling me that there was no way I would ever get this job, due to the facts that, 1, they hated me while they were interviewing me, and 2, my resume was just a manila folder with a piece of gum stuck to the inside of it. But I knew they were joking, and I knew I'd gotten the job, so I was there on time the next day. You know what? I'm done with this. I'm done. I'm just done. Oh, I hate my job. Disgusting, really. Have to interview idiots like him for a living. Well, anyway, that's our show for tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've been stranded here at the office for a couple days because my car was stolen. I've had to resort to cannibalism to make it through each night. Just a second. Oh, come on. Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Now I've gotta go. The endangered John is supposed to come out tonight. He's rarely seen in the wild. But when I find him... John? Oh, John. Where'd you go, buddy? John, I've got some treats for you, John. There you are. Dang, I missed.